firstly, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday, everyone. Discord working is always a miracle. Or at least on my computer. I'm not sure why I always have problems with it. But yes, thank you so much for joining. We do have a lot to cover, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I do see in the agenda that someone put, I didn't actually make the agenda, that I have a 5-minute stand up here. But we can go ahead and skip that. Maybe next week. So I'll do a small intro about some of the things that are happening, and then I'll kind of jump into some of the bigger things. One of the things that we have an announcement about is we do have a new member join the foundation. Her name is Mabel. She's going to be working with any of the operations things. So if you remember the community already, and you have a Telegram group chat with us, or Discord group chat with us, or an email thread with us, you might see Mabel being looped in onto those conversations. So just want to make sure people know that she is now officially a part of the Ironfish team. And if anyone has any questions about scheduling things, planning, getting anything about the grants process, etc., feel free to reach out to her. She's going to be on Discord as well as Telegram, kind of answering those questions as they come. So please, everybody, welcome Mabel, and please feel free to reach out to her if you have any questions. Amazing, cool. So now we can go ahead and jump into some of the bigger news. So I don't know if you guys saw, but this week we did announce our Axelar Partnership integration. Axelar is one of the bigger interchain products. So we think of them more, not just as a bridge, but as a general message passing protocol. And Axelar is now connected to something like over 65 chains, including Cosmos chains. So Ironfish is now going to be part of that ecosystem, which means that after we do this integration, Ironfish between Chainport and Axelar is going to be connected to like 80 chains, I think, meaning that people from those chains can then transfer assets over to Ironfish and have those assets live in a completely private layer. So Axelar is a great partner for us. They do connect us to Cosmos, which Chainport does not, and so that's an amazing way for us to be the privacy layer for all Cosmos chains as well. So we have a recording that we did an AMA for Axelar recently. So if you have questions about that, hopefully the AMA will answer it. But if you have any questions, please ask them directly, and we will follow up with a blog post kind of explaining more what this partnership means to us and what we hope this will accomplish for the Ironfish ecosystem. This will be a more hands-on project that will take a lot more engineering time. So it won't be an immediate thing, but it's definitely a very, very exciting partnership. They also started a Galxe quest system. So if you want to participate in the Axelar Amplifier Galxe quest that is happening right now, you are more than free to do that. So Ironfish is part of their early integration program called the Pilot Program, and we are joined by Stax, Hedera, Moonbeam, and us. And so the Galxe Quest system, or the Galxe Quest program that they have set up, has a bunch of swag from all those different teams, including Ironfish. So if you didn't get a chance to get your Ironfish swag for the Ambassador Program or the testnet program, then this is your chance to get a shot at getting that awesome Ironfish swag again. So very excited about that. And now we're going to pass it over to cover all the engineering work that's happened, starting with Rohan.
I'm going to talk about Chainport first. So we have been working with, IF Labs development co-engineer here. We've been working with a company called Chainport to build a bridge between Ironfish and 20 other chains. They are the ones managing and running the bridge. They're called Decentralab. And that actually has been moving along at a pretty good progress. So they've actually completed milestones 2 and 3 now. And We are trying to make it as easy as possible to use that bridge from our GUI products like the Node app and others. So we're actually integrating it into our Node app. So ideally from our Node app, you'll be able to go to kind of a bridge section and easily bridge assets in and out. So we're very excited about trying to make that as easy as possible. And then obviously from, the Chainport app, you'll be able to bridge many different coins, straight onto the Ironfish network. And we're also pretty excited about that. Um, so love to take a moment as well for Rahul to talk about actually how we're also integrating it into our CLI product.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, so as Jason mentioned, we are integrating with Chainport Bridge. We're doing it both on the Node app and the CLI app. And we've started work on the CLI integration already. It's actually going very well, and the integration for testnet is pretty much complete. We have an internal bug bash to kind of like iron out all the bugs with it next week. And it's pretty cool because like using the CLI tool, we've been able to bridge to like various chains like Polygon, Ethereum, Binance, also bridge like Ironfish and other like tokens on the Ironfish network to those chains. So that is going along very well. And the Node app is basically going to be like a fast follow for the CLI integration being complete. And then once like kind of testnet is, tested well, and we're going to start working with Chainport getting this onto mainnet as well in the near future. So the CLI integration is going really well, and yeah, the whole Chainport integration is going well. So that is it from my end. And next, we're going to talk about some of the ongoing engineering work, and I'll pass it off to Rohan to talk about DKG and multi-signature wallets.
Yep, thanks, Rahul. So I have a couple seconds to update you guys on the multisig project. So when we initially launched support for multisig, we only supported one way of generating keys, and that was with trusted dealer. So we talked about this before, but generally there was this trusted entity or a dealer who created the spending key and then split it up and then sent it to all the participants in a signing group. So while it's pretty easy to use, you do need to trust somebody, and there needs to be some central authority. So we recently launched a version called DKG, which stands for Distributed Key Generation. And this is an alternative that allows only the participants to communicate with each other, and you don't have any need for any trusted entity. So basically, it's a completely trustless process, and it's a lot safer, more secure than trusted dealer. So we have published a blog article. I think it went out at the end of April, and this is up in production, so you can get started and use DKG today. Next, I'm going to head it off to Joe, who's going to talk about ledgers.
I believe Joe won't be able to do the update, so I'm going to do the update for ledger support. So I think we mentioned in a previous monthly pulse that we've partnered with Zondax, which is one of the premier integrators of various blockchains to ledger devices. And so we've sort of kicked off the development work for ledger support on our end. We're going back and forth with them, and the process is going very well. And so that is coming up. We are starting with ledger support for our CLI and with Node app to follow that. And so once that is in, you'll be able to use your ledger devices to secure your Ironfish tokens. And another thing that we have on our plans is to implement ledger support with the multi-signature wallets that Rohan just mentioned. So to add like an extra layer of protection to Ironfish and your assets on Ironfish. So that integration process has been kicked off. It's going well, and more updates will follow in the next monthly pulse. And that is it on the ledger side. And I'll pass it off to Derek to talk about Oreowallet.
Thanks, Rahul. So over the past week or so, and probably going into next week, I've been working on some improvements to the node to help out Fishguy, who's working on Oreowallet. And Oreowallet is building the first browser extension for Ironfish, which is super cool. His website up at oreowallet.com. I don't know if it's 100% ready for people to start using yet or not, but he's been working on like a dApp provider API, which is extremely cool. And one of the challenges that comes from building a wallet service is, for a private chain in particular, is you have to go through and decrypt every transaction on the chain to find out if you own it or not. And so that can get really, really slow, especially when you're running a service and you have lots and lots of accounts as part of the service. So we're making a few changes to allow for doing the decryption part somewhere outside of the wallet so that the wallet doesn't get too bogged down when a lot of new people add in accounts to it. And it's giving us the opportunity to clean up some of our wallet code. It'll generally make it faster for everybody there. And that also kind of applies to the mobile wallet work we've been doing. So over the past month, we finished an initial prototype of a mobile wallet. And the mobile wallet that we're building will have all your keys stored locally on the phone, and it will download transactions to the phone, try to decrypt them in a way that's a lot faster and lighter weight than running a full node like on the Node app. But it'll still be pretty time consuming. So we built a prototype to start off with so we could find what are the slowest and most challenging parts of building this type of app on a phone. It's particularly challenging to do this for a privacy chain because of this whole decryption process that's involved. It makes it a little bit slower. So we finished up the prototype. It's in the mobile wallet prototype repository in the Ironfish organization if you want to take a look. And we've started on the actual mobile wallet repository. It's mobile-wallet. We've built out account importing and exporting that's fully compatible with all the same account formats we use in the Node app and everything. And next we'll be working on the syncing. And on the front end side, we've been building out the UI kit, which is just like all the components, the buttons, the text that give the app the look and feel that kind of makes it look like the Ironfish website and the Ironfish Node app. So it's still early days for the mobile wallet for sure, but keep an eye out from time to time. We'll probably ask people for some user feedback on kind of how the app should feel, how the different flows should work, especially since I think we'll be getting into supporting like multiple assets. It always becomes a little bit more of a challenge from the user perspective side. But yeah, we're taking a bit of a break from that for now. The people that were on the mobile wallet project are working both on supporting the Oreowallet project with some changes, and then also the Ledger project and the Node app. So been all over the place, but really enjoying the work on the mobile wallet. And hope you guys stay tuned and look forward to what's coming next. I think next up will be Elena to talk a little bit about TheMeterBox.
Yeah, thank you. So the TheMeterBox giveaway is still ongoing. Please check it out. It's an amazing collaboration with the TheMeterBox company, and you can get your own custom Ironfish branded meter box, and then you'll have a chance to win a couple other prizes, including awesome Ironfish swag as well as a GPU card. So please go ahead and check it out. It is the swag is quite amazing, dare I say. And let me see. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Edwin also linked that to the giveaway. So yeah, please check it out. And next up is going to be Kelly to talk about the Ambassador Program.
Hey everyone, just wanted to say thank you so much and congratulations to everyone that participated and won through the Ambassador Program. We have wrapped up our 12th week. Those winners will be announced later today, and then we will be starting the process of distribution. So you'll be receiving an email. Please watch out for those. And if you did not provide an email on your initial intake, please DM me if you were one of the winners, and I will handle getting you on those email lists. Very excited, and just a big thank you again. And then upcoming events that we have continuing, as they mentioned, there's the Galxe program through Axelar. There's also the TheMeterBox that Elena just mentioned. We also are going to be continuing our trivia and poker, and we are looking at adding some other games. So if you have ideas on games that you would like to play with the Ironfish community, please message Edwin. And on top of that, we are looking at adding some more conferences to our schedule. We will be at Permissionless this year. So please mark your calendars for October and come out and see us there. And one other update is that we are putting together a community calendar. So you'll be able to see all of these events and everywhere that we are going to be, and you can come hang out with us. And so you'll also be able to download that to your own calendar, and that will be coming soon. So thank you very much again, and really excited to continue hanging out. Back to Elena to sign off.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're ahead of schedule, which is awesome. I just want to reiterate how much work has been going on right now and what all of it means. So we have Chainport and Axelar integrations in full steam. This again will connect to Ironfish to close to something like 80 chains. There's a bit of an overlap, so it's kind of hard to do the math, but it's quite an amazing coverage. So after Chainport Axelar, we'll have support for chains like Base and Arbitrum and Optimism, as well as Ethereum. And then, things like Stacks are coming to Axelar as well. So we'll have Bitcoin and Ironfish as well. So if you kind of think about it, it's kind of culminating our grand vision of being the privacy layer for all of these chains. And it's going to be a chain agnostic privacy pool that supports pretty much every single popular chain that there is out there. And that's super exciting. There's obviously a lot of work ahead of us in order to make that work. And I think one of the biggest challenges of both of these integrations is to make sure that the user experience is really good, because going from a transparent chain where you have things like the browser wallet, etc., going to a privacy chain is a little difficult, but we are putting so much effort into making our own mobile wallet. Obviously, Fishguy is working the browser wallet. So we're kind of taking those steps to make sure that the user experience for people going from a transparent chain over to the private chain is going to be as seamless as possible. So that honestly is extremely exciting. And I can't wait for other assets and other chains to get access to Ironfish. Cool. Sorry, getting distracted by some of the comments. But yes, we'll definitely have trivia and poker that is still happening. And thank you so much. This has been an amazing time, and definitely an extremely high-paced time for us. And I wish you all the best of Fridays. Happy Friday, everyone. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off unless there are any more questions. But I think we actually answered all the questions in the chats that I've seen so far. So I think we can go ahead and sign off. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's bring privacy to every single chain. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close out the stage for everyone. But yes, happy Friday. Bye.